As an Airstream owner, I'm always curious at what Airstream is doing in their newer models. We own a 2022 Airstream Globetrotter 27 front twin bed, and today I'm going to take you with me as I go and tour some of the 2026, a Classic, a Flying Cloud, a Tradewinds, and a Globetrotter to see what is new and what is going on. Go with me as I go to the Gaylord Texan where Vogt RV and Airstream DFW showcase some of the brand new 2026 Airstream travel trailers. And if you're shopping for an Airstream, this is a good chance to get a little bit of a brief walkthrough and get an idea on 4 different models and a couple of different lengths so you can see some of the differences. So let's jump over to the Gaylord Texan and see exactly what's new in 2026 for Airstream. All right, here we are at a 2026 Airstream Classic 28. Now, I think the 28 foot is the sweet spot. I think it gives you enough room, but still not that extra length that you might have a hard time fitting to some national parks and things like that. Generally, you can get a 28 footer into a national park, state park, all of that. But as you can see, the Classic is their top of the line. The wood finishes up here, absolutely fantastic. And just, you know, even like their shades and everything are really so much more luxurious than, say, your Flying Cloud. International Globetrotter, they have a little bit different style. This is more of your, again, classic style because this is a classic, but you have that large sofa with the kickouts there for reclining. I think that's a fantastic design. And then they have the Corian countertops as well. They made it into a bed, but that is also your dining area, your television, and of course your pantry. Now these pantries are much smaller than, say, my 27 Globetrotter because they've got something right here which is a lot of storage there, but I wouldn't call that a pantry, whereas our pantry is, man, it's probably out to here, probably much larger. So give and take on some things. You do have some extras here. Oh, actually you don't. That is all. That's not storage. Neither is that. Oh, there's a little pantry right there. All right, as we go back, this is the twin bed again. So this is a twin bed version. And again, you do get these storage lockers here whenever you have a twin bed model. So as you can see, looks like this comes with this linens and everything. So generally with the Classics, like I said, it's a really upgraded, should be for the price, but basically the same exact layout as any twin bed. And then the bathroom, see all that wood right here. And then, oh, look at that, a towel warmer. Nice. Yeah, those little touches. But no medicine cabinet. I don't think it has a medicine cabinet. You got like a hamper there, but no medicine cabinet. That's what I do love about our Globetrotters. We have a medicine cabinet that goes right here. The mirror lifts up, medicine cabinet. But yeah, this is just a mirror in here, so less storage for sure. And then the shower, your basic Airstream shower that is over the wheel well, and so it's kind of tight in there. Airstream showers, I mean, with the curved walls, with the wheel well, never optimal, but again, gets the job done if you're camping. But that is the Classic. This thing is pretty. I mean, it is top of the line for a reason, and they really have done a really great job with the Classic 28 footer. They do make a 30 footer and I think a 33 foot. And so for me, those would be a little too long. 28 is the sweet spot. Okay, here is a 2026 Globetrotter 30-foot rear bed queen. Now again, a 30-footer might be a little tough to get into national parks, state parks, things like that sometimes, but you do get a lot more room. Now then, as you can see, this is the darker motif. So ours is the lighter motif, which I like because it opens it up a little bit, but with all of your aluminum, it makes it a little bit less claustrophobic in here. But with the Globetrotter 30, you get massive amount of seating. I mean, massive amount of seating. And so you have a little couch area. And then you also have an entire booth area. for dining, and you get a lot of counter space as well. And so Globetrotters are my favorites, what we have. I really love the Globetrotter design, a little more modern design. So you can see these curved walls. And then here's that big pantry I was telling you about we had, whereas the Classic didn't have. So you can see, look how much storage space you have for food, for Instapots, things like that. And now then, to the bathroom. One thing I noticed in the 2026s, and I don't know when they did it, my 2022, again, has a medicine cabinet here. And I don't know if it's the 30-foot, I don't know what it is, but no more medicine cabinet. You have a little bitty tiny mirror there, and that's all you have. That's very interesting. So a lot of storage there, but here's a little medicine cabinet there for you. But yeah, more storage inside than the Classic had, which I find very interesting. But one thing about the 27 and the 30s, you get massive closets, whereas with the 25s and below, you basically get this. And so I always say jump up from a 25 to a 27, because your storage, you're going to be so much more happy with yourself on the storage. And then of course, here is that tiny shower with the wheel well and the curved top. So tall guys, big guys, you know, Navy showers, get in, get out, done. And there is that queen bed. Like I was saying, some people love a queen, but boy, you just lose all of that walkway that you have, where you have the length of the entire trailer. And so this is really, I mean, it's, you can get by through here, but you lose those hanging lockers, those little closets up there. So that's a trade-off if you get a queen. Too many trade-offs for me. And so I think that if you're going to get an Airstream, I mean, twin bed all the way, just because bed here, entire walkway, 2 lockers. This actually turns into another living area because you can use those 2 beds as couches if you want. You do have a television. It's much better, in my opinion, the twin beds, but many people like the queen bed as well. But anyway, this is the 2026 Globetrotter, and yeah, looks great. All right, here we are with the 2026 Tradewind 25 with a pretty good price, $119 for the show price right here. People love the Tradewind because they come from the factory pretty much spec'd out with all of your lithium and solar, all of that good stuff, so you don't have to do it aftermarket. Even though if you did it aftermarket, it would probably be half the price and better, but that's just my opinion. Anyway, the Tradewind comes with this interesting color palette for sure, kind of this burnt orange fabric. But again, this is all about being off-grid. It's already lifted from the factory. It does many things that many people go and spend money on aftermarket. But as you can see, it's, you know, it's not as luxurious as, say, the Globetrotter or the Classic. It's got this Formica type countertop there, but still looks great. Fantastic little area, lots of room still in the 25. You've got plenty of drawer space. I mean, it's really nice. Same refrigerator. But again, here's where I say with the 25s, that's your closet. So you miss half your closet when you don't get a 27, but for some, that's not a big deal. Well, it's nice. They started putting a mirror there, which Janet's been telling me to put a mirror in ours somewhere, full-length mirror. And then, of course, the shower, same Airstream shower. And this is the twin bed as well. But I do like it's very like a cabin in here with these wood, with the wood shelving, and it seems very, very like you should be out in the forest somewhere off the grid. But again, there are those either lockers or storage shelves there when you get the twin bed, and plenty of room. Like I'm all the way in here, and you get the whole trailer when you get a twin bed. Big fan, big fan. In the bathroom, much bigger mirror than the Globetrotter gave you for sure. And then of course, then you've got all the storage you need. So a basic 25-foot Airstream bathroom there. Not a lot of room, but just enough. Now then, where the Tradewind, as you can see, I mean the table system here, is, you know, it's a little cheaper than your Globetrotters, your Classics, but it gets the job done. So it looks good. People love this just because it comes equipped from the factory with the lift, with the lithium, with the solar. All right, here is a 2026 Flying Cloud 30 front bed right here, 2026. Let's see what is new. And of course, this is the larger one. This is a 30-footer. So let's go in and see what's going on here in the Flying Cloud 2026. So this is the front twin bed here. So you can see just right when you come in, there is the bedroom. And so you've got your storage. It looks like they maybe have upgraded this a little bit. It looks like it's laminated now rather than the color of the wood there. But it's your basic twin bed model. So as you can see, the seat. Now this is the same layout that Keep Your Daydream had. Many people, that's probably the most inside of an Airstream that most people have seen, because they did have that for so long. Now they've got a Globetrotter. But anyway, as you can see, there is your dining area, a big galley. These 30-footers got some nice counter space there, don't they? And then the same Norcold refrigerator. And then this is the bunk model. So you've got a large family, this is the perfect model for you. You've got a bunk there and a bunk there, and of course plenty of storage as well. Oh, a new handle for this. This looks new. And then of course your bathroom here. Now the one thing about the Flying Cloud, it is, you know, it's kind of mid-tier Airstream, so they're not going to have as many luxury features as the Globetrotter, the International, Pottery Barns, Classics, things like that. But anyway, still a fantastic Airstream. Very iconic looking, a fantastic choice, especially if you have a large family. And there you have it. That is some of Airstream's 2026 lineup. What did you like? What did you not? What changed? Not much, I can tell you that. One thing about Airstreams is they very rarely change. And that's a good thing and a bad thing, I guess, in some cases. But anyway, if this is your first time on the channel, I'd invite you to hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, and the old thumbs up. I appreciate all of that. And hey, Airstream, can't beat them. We love our 2022 Globetrotter, and I'm gonna stick with that. Nothing new in 2026 that would make me wanna upgrade. But anyway, with that being said, we will see you next time.